I'm Stella, and I live in Ibadan. I just want to share my experience of being a patient to COVID-19. That's the third variant. They call it Delta variant. I noticed June precisely 19, 2021 this year. I noticed I started feeling feverish, started with headache, my head aches. I was having serious body pains. Then I was feeling abdominal pain. And I find it difficult to do anything. I easily get tired and weak. So at first I thought it was the malaria. So I got malaria drugs. So after I got them, I used them, but symptoms they persist. So I felt I just have to see a doctor. So I did. I was asked to treat typhoid. So I treated typhoid again. And before I forget this, I actually treated malaria twice. Before I was told to go for typhoid treatment. So I did. Then after that, I realized that things still seems to be the same thing. I was still feeling same. I couldn't blink my eye. My head still aches. I feel too many times. I feel nauseated. I just lost appetite. I find it difficult to eat. I find it difficult to do anything. I couldn't even eat my favorite. So it got to say I was advised to go for COVID test. I was like, COVID test. I was scared initially. So I went for the test at close to Secretariat. They call it Health is Wealth. So I got there. They attended to the nurses, everyone there. They attended to us very well. So I did the test. So they were asking me questions. How am I feeling? Why do I want to travel to the country? Why do I want to do the test? I told them I wasn't feeling too well. I just want to be sure if it's actually COVID. So after everything, they attended to us, they got our samples, they did the test, and then they told us if I was positive, they'll reach out to us and call them. If it is the other way around negative, they'll just send a text message. So I was skeptical, I was praying, I was just begging God, and then I was feeling so down. And I was scared, I thought I was going to die. It got to a stage, I had to confess both known and unknown sin. I had to beg, I had to tell God, please, God, I'm sorry. Perhaps you are getting back at me. But I was scared. I was so scared. So the second day, I saw a call on my phone. I picked it. When I picked it, it was an unknown call anyway, an unknown number rather. So when I picked it, they were from ECO COVID-19 center. I came to run the test, and my test came out to be positive. I was more scared. So they kept calling me often and often, telling me that how am I feeling? Hope I'm fine. Hope I'm not feeling so bad. How am I coping now? And they kept monitoring my life. Like they called me both the day and night. This doctor will call me. This nurse will call me. This person will call me, telling me that they just want to know if I'm fine. I just told them I'm sorry. I don't really know how to explain anymore. And they said they'll come and pick me. And I was more skeptical. When they said taking me to isolation center, Olodo to be precise. I've not been to that place before. So I was like, okay. So they said they'll come and pick me in my house. I told them coming to my house will cause a lot of people will start thinking a lot of things. So I told them, can we block somewhere? They came, they picked me, and then when we got to Olodo, I was in their ambulance. When we got to Olodo, I was so scared because everywhere looked quiet, there was no noise. So I've been hearing people say, when you get to isolation center, the next thing is you're coming out dead, like just like when you drop dead, they won't release your corpse to your families. And so I was like, God, please just help me. So I told my pastor about it, Pastor Ajayi Samuel. I told my adopted parents. I told some of the doctors in my church, Dr. Akiwiye and Dr. Mrs. Akiwiye. So they were like, okay, I should go. There's no problem. So when I got there, they treated us really well. There are nurses, there are doctors, they come, they do vitals twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. And the food they gave us, my tummy is expanded already before I went to isolation center. But their food, they gave us good food. It was balanced diet. It was a complete meal. I really want to say kudos to the caterer, to all the doctors there, Dr. Afonja, that guy. They did great job. Dr. Ogundokun, Dr. Olulano, they did great job. And they took us like we are part of their life. They come to us, they preach to us, they tell us COVID is not the end of the life. They tell us we'll definitely be all right. And all the nurses, all the cleaners, they cleaned everywhere. Everything was just as if, the only difference is that we're not with our families. But that place is really good. And I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to Governor Sheyi, Engineer Sheyi Makinde. For what I'm not really those people that hail politicians, but when I got there with what I saw, I used to think COVID is a scam, like every other person believed it. But what I saw, COVID is not a scam. I had COVID, I went in there, and I came back alive. And more importantly, I want to tell everyone out there, COVID is not a scam. Please always wear your mask, get a sanitizer in your bag. Then this social distancing, please. Even if you hug people, you shake people, you see someone for a very long time, just try to greet from afar, wave to each other from afar, and more importantly, always wear your mask. COVID is real. A lot of people died, but God just spared us. And when you notice you are feeling feverish, your head aches, and you are thinking maybe it's malaria. If you have treated malaria once and you are still feeling the same way, please go get a COVID-19 test. Just try and go for it, and before you know it, you'll be fine. And if you go for the test and they call you and tell you you're positive, please don't just back out. Don't just feel like, when I get there, I'm going to die. No, the doctors out there at the COVID center, isolation, Olodo, they did a great job. Their CMD address us very well. They tell us, in case you don't like this food, in case you are not convenient, this is not too good for you, in case you fell your bed, if you don't like it. They are telling to everyone. They say like this one is that one is rich with your phone. They treat us equally. And once again, please always remember to wear your mask. COVID is real. My name is Stella once again, and I live in Ibadan.